Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's good to see you guys all here today. So, as the stream is called, I've done a lot of speedrun practice before in the past, but I haven't streamed much of it before. I've done some Katamari Damacy speedruns, and I've done a Kingdom Hearts speedrun before, but this is a little different. And this game is a little different from the other past ones because this one is actually going to be a challenge. I'm gonna speedrun this game multiple times today. The average run for me, like the average speedrun, world record, let's go. I don't think I can get world record. The average, or the world record for this game is about 9 minutes real time. I think my best time has been somewhere in the 10-minute mark. But I just want to, like, do some speedrun practice, you know? And I know I can see, like, in the stream preview, it looks pretty small, the game. There is a reason why I have to play the game this small, but for those of you in chat, do you prefer this scene? Or do you prefer if I have it like this? So I know, like, it's small either way, but, like, this is still, you can see more of the game. I'm just afraid of using this overlay because when it's like this, you'll probably miss a lot of the action that ends up happening in the corner, which wouldn't happen too often, but I'm trying to figure out which one I think is better. I guess if the situation arises where I'm consistently stuck in the bottom right corner, it might be a good idea to switch back, but I think for now we're just going to go with this. Just so that you guys can see more what's going on. And I just drank a glass of sake before transitioning here because I looked at the sake. It's not very strong sake, so I think we're going to go in with 2 sake already drank. We'll go in with 1 extra drink. So let me copy and paste this. And I'm going to go and walk through what the speedrun is like. Sort of explain what's going on for this first run so you guys get an idea of how this goes. I'm sure probably a lot of you have played the second Risk of Rain. It's very popular, very good multiplayer game. The first one, as you can see, is 2-dimensional. It's sprite-based. So, the first thing, there's a lot of quirks to this run. This isn't the latest version of Risk of Rain. It's a bit older because it has a couple of glitches that we need to be able to do. And some optimizations that can only actually happen in online co-op. So we're going to go in online co-op, and we're going to host a game. It's going to be a solo game, but we're going to be online, for reasons that you'll see pretty soon. So we host our game, and every speedrun that you're going to see me do is going to involve the bandit, because he has some glitches that make the game really fast, and depending on how lucky I get, you'll see what I mean. So thank you for stopping by. Good to see you, Shady. Good to see you, Cute Anime Boy, and good to see you, RLWZ. So let's get started. Let's get this first run going. Let's see if we don't reset and die immediately. Oh, before I start, I'll also explain what we have. So, as you know, there's artifacts in both Risk of Rain 1 and 2. The artifacts that we're going to take here are glass, which means we do 5 times the damage, but have 10% of our max health. So we, like, die in 1 hit. We can take a singular hit from the weakest enemy, and if we do that, if we utilize that, if we damage boost, we can utilize Sprint, which means that if we get sent to 1 HP, we run through the first map really quickly, which is good for finding the teleporter. And Command lets us pick whatever items we want. So you'll see when we launch, we land in the dried lake. I finished my drink. And the first thing we want to do is just find a teleporter. You can see there's a bunch of chests, and we're going to take advantage of that once we start the teleportation sequence. And you can see here, I'm able to one-shot enemies. So I kind of just one-shot everything that I can for the money. Eat me. So now we're going to use that sprint, and look how fast we're moving. Just by getting bit, we just go super speed. So we're going to take this teleporter, and hopefully if I don't die, we'll be able to see how zoom in we can get. Because this speedrun, if done correctly, makes us go real quickly. Hopefully we get a good boss spawn. We got the magma worm, so that's... In the first Risk of Rain, this is actually one of the first boss fights, as opposed to Risk of Rain 2, where it's like, probably like one of the scariest boss fights in the game. Oh god! I pressed my ultimate instead of invisible. Alright, we're gonna... Oh, this is going great already. Yeah, the first Risk of Rain is a 2D platformer, and one of the things I really love... Good to see you here, Professor Bloom. One of the things I really love about the first Risk of Rain and how Risk of Rain 2 came about is that Risk of Rain 2 literally looks like the first game if the first game went 3D. Like, the graphical style, yeah. But I feel like it translates really well, and once you see me mess around with the camera a bit, you'll see like how that graphical style transitioned from 2D to 3D. Alright, so let's paste another one of these. We're already on drink 3. So, good start, good start, good start. This is only 8% sake, so it's not going to kill me, even if I down the whole bottle. So, again, we start back at the Dried Lake. There's 2 levels that the speedrun can start on, either the Dried Lake or... I forget what the second one is called. But you always want to start on Dried Lake, because it's just a smaller level. So what happens is a lot faster. I also, you might notice that even though I'm speedrunning, I don't have a timer set up. That's because a lot of these runs, when you speedrun this, use the in-game timer, which you can see in the top right. So I'm going to base most of my times off of that. I just didn't feel like having to think about pausing and restarting the timer, because I already have enough to think about with the drink. Where is the teleporter? Is it all the way in the top right corner? See, like this? If I were, like, streaming, like, actual, like, serious attempts to get a PB, this is where I would reset, because I have to go all the way to the top right corner. Hopefully, this one goes well. The treasure chests are kind of scattered here, which is a little bit troublesome. But it's nothing I can't deal with. I don't want to do any resets, because, again, a big reason why I don't like streaming, like, speedruns in general is because a lot of speedrun practice is just, like, reset, 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 and I just don't think that makes for interesting content. I think just going for full runs all the time is a lot better to watch, even if I just died the first time. So, as you can see, we have a boss fight here, and we're just going to do this. This boss fight's pretty easy, as long as you just don't get hit by those orbs. So the first thing, green chest, we want to get our piggy bank first, and we can get another green chest, and we're going to spend most of our chests on double jump, or multi-jumps, because this is going to be used for an exploit later in the game, because it'll let us skip a huge chunk of both the final level and just in general parts of the game. Having high mobility is super important for Risk of Rain speedruns. So now, here we're going to get this white chest. And just like in Risk of Rain 2, fireworks are literally the best item in the game. If I don't have to think about enemies and, like, walking to them, you can see that I'm just scattering around. Hopefully, I know that it's really small to see because, again, like I said, this is just how this Risk of Rain speedrun works. We use the zoomed out camera at the start to get a better view of the map, and then near the end of the level, we're going to actually switch to full zoomed in for really stupid reasons. I'm going to take this a little bit slowly just so you can sort of see, like, how the mechanics work here, because if I try to go through it like super speed, you won't really get to see a lot of the fun tricks in the run. So what we're going to do first here, I'm going to try to get every single chest as possible, because there's certain items that are, like, imperative to get by the first world, and I want to show that off. So we're just gonna take advantage of these, and we killed all the enemies. I always thought that was a weird gimmick that I'm really glad that they removed in the second Risk of Rain, that you don't have to kill every enemy at the end of a boss to move on to the next world. Alright, so unfortunately, I didn't get, like, the super important item, because we didn't have to get our use item, and the use items, just like in Risk of Rain 2, can get pretty silly. This is probably the last chance we have, these 2 capsules. So nothing in here. This first one I'm going to take really slowly just so that you guys can sort of see what the whole point is, and then the next one I'm going to try to actually go speed. It also just depends on my item RNG, because if the item RNG doesn't want to work with me, then we kind of just have to deal with it. But we're almost back at the top, and you'll see why we play in zoomed in and why we had to go zoom in and out. Also, a big reason why we had to play in online mode is this. As you can see, the camera's still scrolling, I'm still moving. If we played on, not online mode, if we played on just local, we wouldn't be able to take advantage of moving while paused, and that's a big part of, like, transitioning from level to level, because you'll see once we get to the top, there's this little exploit that we're going to take advantage of, because we use the zoomed out map, like I said, to see more of what's on the map, but then when we get to the end here, you'll see that there's a sequence. So we're going to switch to zoom scale 3, and if you notice, when we go to the next map, all the items here float to your character, and that time actually takes a lot longer if you're fully zoomed out. So I think it's a really interesting, like, micro-optimization, as, like, pretentious as a term as that sounds, that in order to, like, maximize the amount of time you save, you have to zoom in and out. I think it's really ridiculous, but also, it does save time. It is a lot fast. Oh, this boss might kill me. I think we're safe here. Let's get this. The nice thing about bosses is that you can pretty much take as much time as you want on them, because, again, the timer doesn't matter unless you go over the 90 seconds, so you're given a lot of leeway here. It's also really dangerous to pick up items when enemies are around you. So let's not do that. We want to actually win a run. So we need 3 Hoopu Feathers at the minimum, but I'm going to get 1 more just for safety's sake. You don't really need too many of the green items in the first place. A lot of the items that you need are the white chests. You need at least 1 or 2 orange chests and 1 red chest. I am not getting really good luck with these chests. Alright. So pretty much every white chest after the fireworks is going to be the soldier syringe, which, if you've played Risk of Rain 1, you know what it does. It increases your attack speed, so I can mash the attack button faster, and that'll let me just kill things faster, essentially. You can also see that the red item I picked up earlier caused me to sort of get this red glow. And what the red glow does is that once I charge it long enough, it'll just do a very huge horizontal screen sweeping beam, which can bail me out of a lot of bad situations like it did earlier after the boss fight. Alright. And once we get all our Hoopu Feathers and our extra height jump, we're pretty much going to spend all of our green on missiles. And that's just for extra damage. So I'm having pretty bad item luck here. So we're probably not even going to get close to 15 minutes. This is probably going to be like... I feel like this is going to be like a 16 or 17 minute run. Like, this is some of the worst RNG you could get. And I'm going to even just go back and check all the chests, just to see if the item I need to get is here. So we're going to go up to the top here, because orange chests can appear in just about any kind of object that you can open, and even from some enemies. It's like really strange how that's the only item that naturally appears. So let's see. Nope. But as long as we get it eventually, I'll be able to show off the really cool glitch that makes the speedrun possible as long as you get the item as early as possible. Like, if you don't get the orange chest by the first stage, then you pretty much are just guaranteed to reset. You're not even gonna get close to a world record. It's like mandatory. You need to like spawn next to the exit, get the orange chest, and then just get all your chests before the timer time's up, and just go boom, boom, boom. There is a maximum ceiling for speed in this game because, again, the teleporters can only be finished so quickly, but the whole difficulty is making sure you spawn near those teleporters. Like, yeah, the 90 seconds happen, but it's like, if you subtract all the timer time, that's pretty much just like how long it really took for you to beat the game, I feel. So let's see. I can't find any... I don't see the teleporter here. I can't even one-shot these guys, which is a little scary. Another good thing about Bandit is that if you do one-shot things with his ultimate ability... Ooh, there we go. This is what I was talking about. So this is a gigantic amethyst. It resets all your cooldowns. And Bandit's sprint ability, where he goes invisible, gives him extra speed. So if we reset that, watch what happens. We're a little faster now. And you'll see that this is going to ramp up. It's a glitch that was in this version specifically. So if you play on this version, and you'll see me do this a couple more times, you'll see that I'm moving a lot faster than I was at the start. And that's sort of how we beat the game. And not just because it makes us move faster, but there's going to be a glitch that involves having this much speed. So we're going to do this again. We're going to reset our cooldowns. So it's like a really nice combo that Bandit can reset his cooldowns naturally, and he has an ability that lets him... Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. There's enemies. I spent too much time in the menu. I spent too much time thinking. Oh god. How dare I think while playing video games? So you can see another reset. And the gigantic amethyst only has a 7-second cooldown, so I can just farm this right now. So we're going to do that. We're going to reset, and we're just going to farm this until we get another orange chest, because we need to get a certain amount of speed. So look how fast we're moving right now. Compared to the original base speed, we are zooming. Let's get another one. There we go. So we're going really fast, and I'm also going to zoom in so A, you can see more action, and B, enemies spawn less further away from me. The earlier that we're allowed to do this, the better. And then here we're just going to get Brilliant Behemoth for extra explosion damage. We're going to get the key. I know! What's up, Bone Miser? What's up? We're just breaking Risk of Rain right now. We're just going to get a couple more resets. So watch how fast I'm moving. I think I need one more reset. So we're going to take advantage of one more of these. I don't want the key to timeout. I shouldn't have opened that chest. Let's see. There we go. And then key to switch items. And this captain's key is also going to be very important for the final battle. So we have the speed now. We have the speed. I'm pretty sure I'm as fast as I need to be. There's just like a speed floor that you need to hit. And you'll see what happens at the last level. There we go, zoom out. And just, like, getting this during the first level feels so funny, because look at how fast I'm moving. Like, even switching off the items, I'm just zooming. So let's just... Whoa. Get away from me. Don't talk to me. There we go. And then do this. We're still playing in glass mode, so any stray hit can't kill me. But basically the rest of the game is just running through these enemies, and then just waiting to get to the last level. And then the last level has some more extra fun glitches to go through. We're already 10 minutes in, though. It's like such bad time. If I do this fast enough, though, I should still be able to get under 15 minutes. Granted that I get some of the glitches done correctly. So let's just wait through this. We're also going to zoom back in because, again, enemy spawning. The world record stream is super dead. I'm pretty sure the time, in-game time for a world record, I believe is exactly 9 minutes, while the actual recorded real-life time is like 8 minutes. I guess like the in-game clock went faster than their actual game for some reason. But yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna get world record on a stream in any game, unless I like live stream myself playing a game that has no players in the category, which that might be an interesting stream to do. I think I've seen some other VTubers do that where they played a game that had no other streamers in it. So, you know, guaranteed world record, free content. All right, so we're gonna go to the next world. This is the worst too. When you think you cleared all the enemies and there's just one remaining. Normally you're supposed to just be able to instantly transport to the next world, like just when timer runs out. But if you forget one enemy, it just feels so bad. Alright, so this is the second to last stage. We're almost done. And usually the bosses are kind of pushovers as long as you don't stand next to them, which can pretty much be said for most bosses in this game. So here's the big teleporter. Let's see if there's any item boxes that we can pick up. There's one on the left. Oh god! Why did you spawn there? Anyway, let's do that. Let's just take advantage of the fireworks. And watch those fireworks just burn that guy down. Oh god. There we go. Got him. And then we just get some more missiles. Pretty much once you get the items that you need, there's like a set of basically filler items that you just pick up because there's no harm in stacking them. So we're just gonna jump back down, we're gonna zoom back in. And we just wait. I'm just gonna pick up one treasure chest so that we can just, you know, clear these guys out. And then we just get the soldier syringe. And now we have to wait for 40 seconds, you know? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Now that's an idea, yeah. There are some games that, like, I've, like, played them, like, you know, like, before I did all the streaming stuff. And, like, I like them a lot. And feel like I was, like, able to do, like, optimization. Because, like, just when you go from not speedrunning games to, like, learning a bunch of different games to speedrun, I feel like you really just approach the games very differently. Like, you think about things like optimizing and, like, maximizing your damage, or, like, strats to go faster. Or at least I do. I didn't really think about that until I played, like, RPG speedruns, and oh, what the hell is hitting me? Or, like, even, like, speedrunning games like Katamari Damacy with, like, the way we do our movement. So it's, like, really, like, I don't know. There are definitely games where, like, I just play and then, like, enter with speedrun brain. Oh, and this is the last level. So the last level is interesting because there's 4 different spawn points, and this is literally the worst one. You can see I cannot leave out the back here. The other 3 spawn points have an open door. So we kind of just have to wait. So we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna kill some enemies. Here we have to wait 30 seconds for a door to open. I'm actually gonna take this key card because this might come in handy when I mess up the glitch later. So you're gonna watch me try to go for a glitch here. Is Bandit? Yeah, the Bandit's the meta pick for runs because his stealth gives him more speed, and there's a glitch that lets him keep the speed that he gets from his stealth. So you can see I'm moving a lot faster than you normally would move in a run. And so what we do, with our 4 hoopoe feathers, we're at the top of the ship, we completely skip the entire world. And watch this. If I time this correctly, 1, 2, 3. So what it is, when you go out of bounds very far out of the way, and the game tries to teleport you back to an area in the game where you can have footing. But if you hold up, your character's still in motion, So there's an invisible ladder right below where the ladder in the ship is. See where I am? And so you skip the entire level, you skip every single time door, and you get to the boss fight. Can we beat Providence? Here's the question. This is why we take the captain's key. So, Providence has a sort of shield that, he takes less damage, so we just have to shoot him down. And now he's dead. And if you can see, I have the laser turbine almost charged. So this second phase, he summons 2 worms. We're gonna wait for the worms to come. And we're going to. The laser turbine one-shots them. And now, you can see all the chests in the top left corner. When I use a captain's key to open them, watch this. Game's over. That is a speedrun. It took a little bit higher than 15 minutes. And that is why we take Bandit, because he can use the speed boost to just go all the way to the end like that. No one else can get that sort of speed. And pretty much that's really the only reason why he's used. He also is just safe to use because stealth makes him, like, unkillable pretty much, as long as you're smart with it. And then the headshot pretty much gives you, like, really free kills early on with the glass artifact. So, that's run number 1. Our time is 15:32. Thus, we take another drink. I'm not feeling anything because this alcohol is 8%. But let's see if we can get a little bit luckier. Let's see if we can find the orange chest at the start. Mental. That's drink number 4. We did 1 completed run. We died in the first, rolled in another one. So, that's 4 drinks. Alright. And that is why we have to stay zoomed out, because otherwise, we can't see as much of the world. Exactly. I just need more of it. We got Dried Lake again, which again is good. The other world is just really, really big, and it's harder to see even on full zoomed out. There's so much of that first stage that you can't see like initially, so you kind of just actual like world record runs will almost always either hope for Dried Lake and hope that they go left enough to see the portal, or they'll just immediately reset when they see that it's not Dried Lake. So you just go to the right, and what is happening? Am I running into a wall? I know there's a couple of glitches in the game, but jeez. What? You guys are seeing this too, right? That's just strange. Eh? Okay, this run doesn't count. This is not fair. I legitimately cannot see anything. I think it has happened before. There's like a sort of glitch where like online mode sort of messes up and like it doesn't load the game properly. So the right side of the map doesn't actually have like textures or like bounds. I've seen it happen in the past before, but usually it's like weird ladder glitches. Let's see if we get enough money. If I can just double jump, if I get the double jump, that might just be enough to get me out of here. Or it'll prove to us whether or not it's truly loaded. So let's see. We're gonna take this over here. Alright. So we do not have what we need. I'm just so confused. Maybe the game has loaded it now? Because I see that that's where the portal is, and I'm... Yeah, we're not calling this one because the game is literally just not working. Okay. It's not that it's never happened before to me, but it's definitely been a while since I've seen something like that. A glitch of that caliber happening. Let's try that again. Let's run that back. We'll just pop these guys off. Like, it's just... Bandit's ability to eliminate things from a distance, too, is just also really useful. Like, other characters can do it, too, but, like, with his mobility and just the guaranteed one-shot on a non-existent cooldown, actually, Bandit's ultimate will always recharge, or always be up, as long as you get kills with it. There we go. Properly falling into the hole. I was so confused. But we can see the chests aren't as too spread out this time. I'm actually going to open this right now. I know, right? And this is what we want. We want to start with the gigantic amethyst now, because we're so slow. But now we have the gigantic amethyst, and so we just have to wait. And then you get, like, the Hoopu Feather. Like, getting the Hoopu Feather is huge. Just that alone just makes such a difference. Alright, let's do this. Let's get our money. I have a feeling... Alright. Alright, I just don't want to get hit by the balls again. Wait. Get the heck off of me. Alright, so we want to get our piggy bank to get that residual gold, and then we want to get the fireworks so that things just kind of die when I exist. And now we get speed! Speed! Bust off! Smash! Alright. So now we're going to zoom in so that no more enemies spawn on the left side, or at least they shouldn't. And now we just have to wait for the extra 40 seconds. Essentially what you want to do during teleporter time is just find more chests and build up more speed, at least in the start. So we're going to do just that. We're going to find some more stuff to get. We're going to hop around here. I think there was a chest at the start here. And even if there's not... Ugh. I really need a green chest badly. I'm hurting without a double jump. The double jump is huge. Alright. I think there's one up here on the left, though. I'm tanking. I'm throwing this run already. Yeah, there's 5 enemies, so the fireworks should take care of it. And we can get our syringe. God, why am I so bad at video games? We have 3 left. There we go. And we become speed. We are become speed, runner of game. Boop. Boop. Speed! I was hoping to at least get 1 Hoopu Feather, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So we're gonna go up here. And there we go. Audio, video, just swap out to zoom 1 once everything comes to you. Like, it's such a ridiculous optimization that, like, why it has to be done is ridiculous. But, you know, you do what you gotta do to go fast. We'll pop that just in case enemies spawn, and we just gotta find the teleporter, which is up here. Very good find. Now just let me jump, goddammit! Alright. Oh, this is the worst boss fight. Because not only does he hit like a truck, he summons 2 things that also hit like 2 simultaneous trucks. So, not pleasant to fight. Very unpleasant, if I do say so myself. We'll get the extra jump height. And we're just gonna increase our speed. There is this, like, you don't need to go max speed, but I do think it's funny to just be hyper speed. Like, at a point it's a little overkill. But how can extra speed be overkill? How can going too... There's no such thing as too fast. Like, if you think there's too fast, then I think you're a coward. So we're gonna take some of this. And... there we go. Alright, and then I think I'm gonna get 1 more speed boost. We're gonna go for 1 more boost. 3, 2, 1. Send up. Boop. And the Captain's Key is also useful because it just opens everything. And being able to open everything is just useful when you don't have the money in earlier levels. Later on, as you guys saw earlier, it just one-shots Providence. But here it lets you get to treasure chests that you don't feel like getting to. I think people run this on... I'm currently running on normal mode right now. So what it is, the very easy that you see isn't actually like the difficulty I select. It's based on how far you are into the run. You'll see that it'll time out. And once we get further into the run, it'll turn to easy then normal. And what changing the difficulty does is simply just changes how fast the difficulty ramps up. And it also, I think, changes how much damage enemies take. So, yeah, the game will always start at very easy. And it'll ramp up, but it just depends on how fast it'll ramp up. Boom, 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 boom. Bop, bop. Oh god! When enemies spawn right next to you while you're, like, casually deciding what you want to get from a chest, it's absolutely horrifying. It's like the biggest jump scare. Hey, what's up, Xavier? How you doing? We're just on our 2nd run. We're going pretty smoothly right now. I haven't died yet in this run. I haven't messed up this run. We're going hella fast. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah. The run's never over until it's over. What's up, Takamura? It's good to see you here, too. I could very much just die to, like, the worms. Alright, and we gotta get our Hoopu Feathers. I keep on forgetting to get my double jump. And then I always remember that I need to get my double jump when I get to a moment where I'm like, huh, I would like to have extra jumps. More mobility is what the kids would call poggers. And I know what the kids say. I'm hip with the kids. The kids called me cool today. They said, I've never seen a teacher who understands the who understands our words. And I was like, yeah, I'm only just really terminally online. It's not something I should be proud of. Having some food? Ooh. Probably gonna get some food after this. I ate quite a while ago. So I know that after I'm done streaming this, I'm gonna be incredibly ravenous. I'm gonna be looking for some munchies. Some food that the kids would call bussin'. Oh, Bloom, do you do that as well? It's definitely one of my favorite things to do as a teacher, to just... Like, they say words, and then you just say the same exact words back at them in the correct context, and they're just like, wow, Mr. Ambers, why are you so cool? And I'm like, I'm not cool, don't call me that. Alright. We still need at least one more feather to be safe. 2 to be comfortable. So hopefully we find at least one more green chest. We should from the boss. We also need a laser turbine, lest I be cursed by the worms. So let's see. Hope that goes well. Lava! Lava! Why'd you spawn here? Very frightening boss choices, I'm going to be honest. That was absolutely horrifying. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. But we're safe now. Yes, I also love doing that. Deliberately misusing slang. Ooh, one of my favorite teaching moments was when I don't know how many of you people here have not been in a high school setting for a long time, but there's a review game that kids play that teachers use because it's very brainless and you don't have to think too hard about lesson planning. It's called Kahoot. It's sort of like a review game where like all the kids answer questions at the same time. And one day that I did a Kahoot, I was like, you know what? My friend told me about the Joe Mama joke, so I'm gonna enter in this review game along with the kids and enter in as Joe. And the entire game, the entire review game, they saw Joe in first place. And they kept on saying, who is Joe? Who is Joe? And then, at the end, after Joe won first place, I just was like, Joe Mama! And like, the kids lost it, and then they tried doing it to their own teachers, which, I absolutely destroyed them. They didn't deserve it. Ah! The temptation to slam them with Ligma is so... We were talking about Apple today, or Apple yesterday at summer school for some reason, and, like, someone was talking about Steve Jobs, and I really, like, I just said to them, man, it's so sad that Steve Jobs died of Ligma. And, you know, for the sake of my job, I'm really glad that no one asked what Ligma was. Honestly. But it's okay, because, you know, I've worked at the academy long enough to be tenured. So even if it happens, I could just say, you know what? It's tenure, baby. I can't do shit. Who the hell is Steve Jobs? Exactly, Shady. That's the answer that I was hoping for. Who is Steve Jobs? And then you follow up with, I'm not even with the students right now, and I can't even bring myself to say it. Ligma balls. Oh god, that's a weird spawn location. Machine gun. Ooh! Thank you for respawning in a place that is not terrible. There we go. We're safe. We have all the feathers. Pop! And then we have everything we need. We're ready for the boss fight. We just need a red chest. We don't need it. It would just make my life really easier. Look my balls. Wait, look my balls. That's who Steve Jobs is. Ah! Oh, there we go. The game literally heard me say, I need a red chest, and you know what? Hoopoo Games was like, yeah, we'll give him a red chest. Mr. Ambers deserves it for being such a great instructor. Let's zoom back in. Let's just get some more soldier syringes. We're already shooting fast. We're already going hella speed. But we can go more speed. You know, there's never such a thing as too fast. And hopefully we spawn in a good location for the final stage this time, so you can see what the real skip is. Right now we're at 1050. We could get a sub 15. We could get a sub 12, I think, if I'm fast enough, and if I don't mess up the glitch. But even if I mess up the ceiling glitch, you'll see sort of what's supposed to happen, or what you're trying to avoid. So let's see what happens. Will I get the Providence skip a second time? How dare you spawn right in front of me, in front of my salad? All right. Okay, so now you can see we didn't spawn at the top. So there's an open gate behind us. 1, 2, 3. And this is how we avoid the 30-second wait time. I think the skip is really silly. 1, 2, 3. And you can see there's a ladder up here, so we can just... No gate to wait through, we kind of just go zoom in. And let's see if I can get the skip. This skip is actually, like, really tricky for me. There's been times where I messed up, like, 5, 6, 7 times in a row. And I just feel like such a dummy for doing it. So we have to be at the right height. And there we go. And if you press down, you teleport instantly. If you don't get that right, you end up teleporting back to the bottom left corner of the map. Yes, Takamura. What the game registers that as is if you go too far off the map, it's supposed to teleport you onto a platform on the other side of the map. But it sort of reads what you're doing as, or when it's moving your character, you still have control. So there's an invisible ladder that you can end up falling on, and you just hang down there. And you just climb up that ladder into the ship. Skips the entire boss fight, and then we press G to use the captain's key, which opens every chest on the screen, which is why we play the game at fully zoomed out. And that's run number 2. I'll go through it a little bit slower again, because I know it could be a little tricky. That's second run. So I'll explain it a little bit more in detail when I reach that stage again. It's probably like the first time that I watched a Risk of Rain speedrun. I think it was at a Games Done Quick. I had been familiar with the game. Yeah, chests are OP. Chests are actually OP. You kill the guy with a white item. It's just a basic common item. So, I actually first saw this game speedrun at GDQ, as many people see games being speedrun. And I saw that glitch and I was like, I can do that, you know? That looks really ridiculous. It looks really fun to show off. And it is fun to show off. I love seeing when, like, people are like, what? Like, I've ran this at a marathon before in the past, and just seeing the expression, that's my favorite thing in speedruns. When you, like, have those glitches, or, like, those tricks that, like, make people, like, realize, like, what the hell is in this game? What, like, who shoved this in this game and thought it was allowed? So that's run number 2. We're 2-1 right now. We failed one run, 1-2. Time for another drink. That Fuji apple sake hits so different. Usually I'm a fan of, like, warmed sake, but this chilled apple sake. Technically I did take a sip, but I'll take a sip of something healthier than sake. Thank you for reminding me to also drink water. When you use the H word, the hydration word, I can't not... Wait, why can't I move? Hello? Excuse me? I can see my character is moving. This one doesn't count. This one doesn't count. The game glitched out again. You know, and let me just stretch. Let me crack my back. Ah! I can't move because I haven't stretched. Very true, very true. Usually I expect those stretch redeems an hour in. This one's a little early. Oh, I wonder if it's because I clicked local by accident. Regardless. Desolate Forest. This is a stage that we don't want when we're speedrunning. Because this stage, as you can see, is a lot more vertical and a lot wider than the Dried Lake. So usually when speedrunners get this stage and they don't see the teleporter immediately, it's like an instant reset. Honestly, if you're going for world record, if you can't see the teleporter within the first, like, hold of the left key, you pretty much just always reset. The run is so optimized that, like, you need to spawn next to the teleporter. And that's one of the things about, like, roguelite speedruns that's just so, like, scary to me, is that people run the game so fast and get so lucky with their runs that it's like, well, I'm gonna just speedrun this one for fun. I'm never gonna aim for a world record because I don't feel like rolling the dice that much. I don't have that kind of time. I can pay my taxes. Magma Worm, I love this boss. And by love this boss, I mean I hate this boss. God damn it, I hate you so much. Whoa, 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 whoa! Ooh, the rope came in clutch. Scary. Whoa! This is the worst place to fight this boss. Well, loss. Add that drink, and the next drink I'm about to take. Elliot speedruns choking on sake. Yes! The choking and dying. Any percent. We're making good time. There we go, there we go. My friends called teleported in this game the plunger. I mean, it kind of looks like that. It kind of looks like... It looks so nondescript and ridiculous that, you know, a plunger? I'll take that. There is a backup plan if I do drink all this sake, though. Because this is 8%, this is effectively like drinking 2 bottles of mildly strong beer. I do have some extra backup beer. The thing about having a fairly strong alcohol tolerance is that I'm still not feeling anything. And it's not like other things that inhibit your power that, like, you have to wait a couple hours. This should be hitting me at this point. We're 44 minutes in. I'm, like, 6 drinks in. Do I know? Yeah, I could look at the label in a sec. Once I do the teleporter, I'll turn this label around. It's Hana sake. Hana flavored sake, Fuji apple. And it's 8%. So that's about as descriptive as I can be. Is it true when they say all teachers have high alcohol tolerance? I mean, Wisteria is also a teacher, and she doesn't have strong alcohol tolerance. That's also because she doesn't drink as much. Whoa! And Talos, welcome, welcome! We're in the middle of starting our 5th run. Ah! What is that hitbox? Welcome, Raiders. You just watched me die. So we are currently 2 to 3 right now. 2 completed runs, 3 failed runs. That's another drink. As you can see, the runs tend to be you either die in the first world or you beat the game. But welcome, Talos. What were you guys up to as I drink this next one? How are you guys doing? What were you guys up to before coming over here? As it's a raid, let me be a little bit more descriptive with what I'm doing for the speedrun. Ooh, a Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke! Nuzlocke sounds so fun to run. I always love challenge runs as opposed to just plain runs. Because I guess that's just how I am with it when I play games. I like to just do a little bit more than just playing through the game, unless it's a blind playthrough. I haven't tried a Nuzlocke though yet. I've done them on my own, but I don't think I've ever streamed them. But they do seem fun to do live, especially because you can name people after your Pokemon and stuff. It's a lot more connected. Oh, it's your first Nuzlocke. How far did you get? I assume you just started then, if it's your first Nuzlocke. The Pokemon Sword is pretty safe unless you turn off the XP share. It could be a little bit daunting. Because the entire game is really easy, and then you get to Leon, and then for some reason all his levels are just really jacked up compared to every other character that came. Ooh, just before the first gym, so you did stuff in the wild area. Cool. You already lost. Oh, that's so sad. I guess the wild area has a lot of different portions of it, so that's where you would count different areas for Nuzlocke purposes. Anyway. So, as you can see, for those of you who haven't played Risk of Rain is a roguelite. It's you play a lot repeatedly, and you just go through... Death is permanent, obviously. You accidentally walk... Oh, no! That's so scary! Oh, no! I didn't even think about that with Pokemon Sword, because you have, the wild area, and you have, the big enemies, and if you can't run from them, you just straight up explode. Oh, that sucks. But yeah, so this is a 2D side-scrolling roguelite, and we're trying to beat it as fast as possible. My best time on stream so far has been, I think 12 minutes or 14 minutes. And you can see, we go in with items that give us 5 times the damage, but we have 10% HP. We can choose whatever items we get, compared to games like Binding of Isaac, where you have to just roll with the punches. And we move faster at lower health. You've never beaten this game? Normally, casually, I've only beaten this game a couple of times, but speedrunning, I've definitely beaten a fair share. So let's get started. So, the first level, essentially what we want to do here, we have 2 objectives at the start of the game. The first one is the typical objective of finding the teleporter, And the second one is finding an active item. Because the active item that we need is what's going to let us do the fabled speed in the name speedrun. It'll let us, as the kids say, as everyone's favorite hero Sonic the Hedgehog says, gotta go fast! And we will, once I get the right item, you will see that I will indeed become Speed. But we have to deal with being a Joe Schmo slow guy. And that's alright, you know? Sometimes slow and steady wins the race, but definitely not in speedrunning. As you can see, this is the worst case scenario of the teleporter being all the way in the top right corner of the map, as you can see right there, covered in red. So, like I said, yeah, it is the same game, Talos, but the main difference is that I showed off certain artifacts that I equipped, which artifacts are things that you unlock as you, like, do certain specific things in the game, like you platform in a certain way and reach a certain item. But I have the artifact called Glass, which if you look at my HP, I have 20 HP. Literally anything that looks at me funny will kill me. I die in one hit. But enemies can get killed in one hit as well. Basic enemies can die to my ultimate attack, and bosses will die in like 10 to 20 shots. Whoa, 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 whoa. But don't hit me. But don't look at me. Don't look at me like that. I don't like that. So this boss is pretty straightforward. You can see that every so often he'll shoot a wave of bullets that will be marked with white dots that we just have to avoid. And otherwise, kind of just let him kind of swarm around us. Him touching us doesn't do anything, so we kind of just get that. And the first item we get gives us money over time. The first green item. And then this chest over here is probably also going to be a green chest because it costs 50. In the first world, chests cost 50 or 25 gold. So here we're going to get the Hoopu Feather to get a double jump. So you can see another thing that's probably different from when you play Talos is that I can select the items that I get. And being able to select the items makes the game a lot more enjoyable. And here, you can see we got an orange chest, which gives us the item Gigantic Amethyst. Now watch this. So this makes me go faster, and the Gigantic Amethyst resets my cooldowns. And headshotting, using my ultimate, also resets my cooldowns. So give me a couple of tries with this, and watch how much faster I'm moving now. This is really all we need for this first world. So we're going to do this. We're going to zoom back in. Command is super cheating. Like, I get why, like, they would have made this an item, but also it's just ridiculous how, like, the ability to choose the item that you want in a game like Risk of Rain or Binding of Isaac or any roguelite is just ridiculous. And so we zoom in because, as you see at the end of the map, your money flies to you as experience. And the closer the experience counter is to you, the faster it flies. Which is probably like one of my favorite, like, it's just so ridiculous how that works. It does make runs more standardized. It lets you speedrun more reliably, as compared to like something like Isaac, where you hold the R button down until you get Polyphemus or Brimstone or something. I love playing Isaac though. Oh god, I hate this boss. If I die, tell my wife I love her! And we're just gonna mash this out. We're gonna go invisible so he doesn't see me. There we go. And then when he dies, he summons two really strong enemies that will one-shot me relentlessly without prejudice. There we go. There we go. And we're just gonna get more speed. Do it for her! I do have a wife. I do stream with her every now and then. You can see in my VODs, I believe. We usually stream horror games, but we might do some other kinds of streams as well. We've been streaming Yuppie Psycho recently, which has been really cool. It really showcases the horrors of being a corporate wage slave. Alright, and now that we have fireworks, every time we open a chest or go tribute to a shrine, missiles fly. And the spread chest gives me the laser turbine. And the laser turbine is going to allow us to... You'll see the more I move around and shoot. I'm just going to mash this button for a little bit. Sorry for my keyboard being the way it is. I got quieter switches, but I think it still picks up pretty loudly. So, oh god, If we zoom in, you'll see that there's an aura around me. Once the aura gets big enough, it'll let out an entire horizontal beam, bigger than my entire character. And that'll wipe out and pretty much insta-kill anything that, like, decides to breathe that day. And then we pick up Soldier Syringes for attack speed. So pretty much we have the setup that we need for this. And now that the teleporter has timed out, we go to the next world. This is actually a really good run. At least for my standards. Alright. So I don't have enough height to be able to get to that teleporter on the other side, but sometimes if you get to the stage with enough resources, you can just jump over that wall instead of having to make the walk of shame like I am. Do it for her. Everything I do is for her. There we go. And now we have... Let's see what boss we get here. Colossus. He's just gonna kind of stand still and take this. And you can see that big red flash is the laser turbine. Yeah, it's fine. Usually we specifically stream on the weekends, on Saturdays. So that might be why, because, you know, weekend streams I know are a little harder for people to catch than other kinds of streams. But I know you usually end up popping by during, like, the weekdays when I'm doing my later streams. But when we stream together, it's usually earlier in the afternoon. So it makes sense. It's understandable. It happens. Of course, I would never hold it for anyone, like, not coming to my streams. It's just, like, you know, people come in when they can come in. Alright, and so, we just have to wait a bit. And we're just gonna keep on building speed, you know? Every time that we get a chance to just press teleport, or press stealth, we're just gonna, poop, and get some more speed. And eventually we'll be fast enough, and then the next time we see an orange chest, we can just simply trade in for the captain's key, so we can make Providence explode. So pretty much every stage, now that we have all the items that we need, is gonna go with the same sort of formulaic approach of find teleporter, kill boss, and then Zatsudan for 90 seconds. It's, like, interesting, because, like, we're speedrunning, but there's still so much time for me to, like, explain things, because we get 90 full seconds every time we fight a boss. And there you go again. You can see the laser turbine pop again. Oh god, falling in water is so slow. There we go. And that's what we want to happen. We want the timer to run out, and us to immediately be able to transport. And this is probably the most optimal of the 4th stages, because this stage is just very horizontal. So we're gonna take that. Who's the boss? Imp Overlord? So scary! Enemies just spawning on top of me? It's so rude! Alright, and we'll take the Brilliant Behemoth for the splash damage. And what I'm gonna do is look for an orange chest here, because I have enough speed. And we need to get the Captain's Key, which is gonna let us circumvent the entire last phase of the final boss fight. And you know what? In a speedrun, circumvent as many phases as possible. That's just like the thing. If you can skip something, skip it. So we get one last speed boost, and we get the Captain's Key. And this is going to be what we call a gamer move. So we're going to just zoom in for now. I'm going to move left and right so I'm not a sitting duck. And we just wait for 40 more seconds. So yeah, we do this, and then we get to the 5th level, which is the Temple of the Elders. And then after that, we're at the end of the game. And oh my god, I just took a hit. You could see, even this far in the game, I took like 20% of my health from a weak enemy pecking me on the back, giving me a little love tap. So you have 74 seconds, 15 more seconds to go. Yeah, the trick here is that a lot of the enemies that come in here are flying enemies, so like, even if you think you cleared everything, you're gonna like realize when the timer runs out that like someone just got away at the last second. Also, these guys keep on spawning in. Please stop that. There we go. We're making really good time. At least by my standards. So now we just go to the... Let's go to the left here. We'll never take fall damage again because we have triple, or quadruple jump, I should say. And you can see the teleporter is over there. And since this is the second to last level, it's a fancier teleporter. Sometimes you can ruin runs by pressing the wrong button, because the last teleporter actually lets you reset this game and go back to the first world again. So if I ever do that, I'm really just actually just going to take another drink, because that's just like a rookie mistake. It's fun for people who like, I mean, if you play the second Risk of Rain, you know that you kind of just loop the game over and over again until you get to the third world for the nth time and decide, yeah, you know what, I want to obliterate myself at the obelisk. So they did put an end game there. I actually haven't beaten the final boss of Risk of Rain 2. I've beaten, like, Risk of Rain 2's early access, like, so many times, but I've never finished, the moon, which is interesting. That's something I should probably do. I also never unlocked... Yeah, I don't have the captain, so I really just, like, put that game off because everything else came out. Speaking of things that came out, I picked up The World Ends With You Neo yesterday, and, like, It's been so long since I've, like, picked up a game to just play for myself, and it's, like, so weird to, like, not spend my time just, like, going around and, like, watching streams and doing stuff for my... It's like a break time that I haven't really taken for myself in a while. And yeah, I definitely will get around to it. Maybe I'll stream it, because Risk of Rain 2, just in general, is, like, a really fun game. Things that came out, Kappa. Ooh, the nice Kappa. Rainbow Kappa. And we'll hit that. And hopefully, that kills any stragglers. There we go. So once again, we're at the final world. So I'm going to explain in closer detail how we do this final world. So the reason why we get the 3 Hoopu feathers, the extra jump specifically, is to do this. In the final world, you can skip the entirety of it if you have enough extra jumps. I did that wrong. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So you can see we're on the top of the ship. And as we run, we have enough speed to run out of bounds. And when we run out of bounds, if I do this properly, watch what happens. So we're skipping all the doors, we're skipping all the fights. And if I hold the up key, I get teleported back here. So I didn't hit out of bounds just correctly. But when you fall out of bounds at the right height, the game sort of teleports you backwards onto what is supposed to be like, you know, you're not supposed to be moving because it teleports you back so fast. But if you hold the up key while the game is teleporting your character, if you're holding the up key, it'll automatically grab you onto this ladder, this invisible ladder. And if you hold up and down at the same time, it'll teleport you up to the top of the ladder. And this has you skip, I think, 3 or 4 doors that all take 30 seconds to clear. However, if you mess this up, you end up teleporting back to the bottom left corner of the map and having to do this run all over again. So it's risky, but if you do it right, you just pretty much instantly beat the game. And Providence himself is a boss that, you know, he teleports around. You can see he'll get a shield icon on top of him, but on the specific version of the game we're playing, his shield is bugged. So he's not gonna take the fully reduced damage, so we can kill him faster. And here I'm gonna mash my shoot button as fast as possible to get my laser turbine up. And once you do that, once the laser turbine pops, it instantly kills the second phase of the boss fight. And the third phase of the boss fight, you see the chest in the top left corner. The captain key opens those. Because I'm zoomed out, they're all in range. And so we end the game. And that is the Risk of Rain speedrun. We're 3-3 right now. I've died 3 times, I've won 3 runs. And so he left with his Pyrrhic plunder. We're making good progress, you know? I'm only, what, halfway? Oh god, this bottle's almost empty. And I'm barely buzzed. It really is just like drinking like 2 beers. I didn't actually look at the alcohol content of this before I started. But you know what? We'll pour this last glass out, and then I'll walk back and get a cold one. You know, crack open a cold one with the boys. So we're 3-3. I was hoping when I set the stream up, I wanted to get at least 5 completed runs. So let's see if we can make it there. Return to the main menu, and we can see how long did it take. 12:43. That's the best time we've gotten so far. Usually I was in the 12-minute mark. I think the fastest run I've had with the in-game time here is the 10-minute mark. So you can see over there, 12:43. Though it's a little small because again, we're at 1.0 resolution. Let's go again. And you can see we are on normal difficulty. There is a separate speedrun category for the monsoon difficulty, the hardest difficulty. But, you know, some people are brave. I am not brave. Ugh. And that is that entire bottle of sake. That is. Paste. I feel like I could drink more. Actually, I don't feel like I could. I definitely can. I guess that's what happens when you get really weak drink for a stream like this. But you know, it is better to be safe than it is to be sorry. If it was like something like 15 or 16% strength, I probably might be dizzy or something. So, let's get to it. I think once we hit 5, I think that'll be a good stopping point. So we'll pick Bandit. We'll get ready. And we'll do it again. Hey Margo, what's up? Good to see you here. I'm currently on my 3rd run. You would be foolish in doing vodka shots? Oh man. I'm wise enough to at least not do liquor of that strength, of that caliber. As much as I do love drinking, like, liquor as well. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, let me move my head. Look at how far that gun reaches. I had to wait for him to get back into range. Get closer so you're in ass-kicking range. And you can see the teleporters over there to the left. So again, this is actually really nice. This is probably my favorite situation, where you can see a heck ton of chests all sitting together. So when after I make quick work of the boss, oh god, I hate this boss. This is probably my least favorite boss. Not because it's like hard, but look at how long it takes for him to get over here. The aforementioned ass-kicking range. You know what? Actually, at the store, I did see that they were selling like Jello shots. God, imagine like buying like a pack of like 5 of those for a stream like this. It would be very fun and also very dangerous. We got our laser turbine. Yeah, Jello shots are dangerous. Like, you just like eat them and you think, huh, it tastes like candy. And I don't think they're Japanese Jello shots because I found them at like a local grocery store. And there we go, we have our speed item. The most optimal of the first chests to open. Getting 2 red chests at once is just very strange. I'm gonna be honest, this is like when you get like good luck RNG, but you don't want that luck at this point in time. Like, this is not the RNG that we need. I'm gonna go back over here and open this 25 chest because this probably is going to have fireworks in it, and I need a white chest. We need fireworks because it's such a strong wave clearing option compared to just about everything else. Oh yeah, no, it's not those ones in small cans. They were like a little baggy. It's like weird. Pop. And let's see, 17. Let's just spend the rest of our money here. And you know what? I'm not even gonna unzoom in. You'll see how long it takes with a regular. Oh my god, I forgot where the teleporter is. Where's my brain? So we go over here. And you can see, look how long it takes for that orb to fly to me. And that's why we go into 1x, or 3x, why we zoom in super hard. Because for some reason, they made it based on the actual zoom, how long it takes for things to fly to you. And I'm sure they weren't thinking, yes, fuck those speedrunners. Fuck those guys trying to play the game fast. I'm so upset by that. Not because this is like, because of the movement, but because this is going to be significantly harder for me. I'm going to die right here! Ah! Give me a second, I'm going to be right back, and I'm going to crack open a cold one. Do I have my be right back message here? Let me type one of those up right now, because, oh my god, I knew it was going to happen! I knew it was going to happen! Here we go. Faculty meeting, everyone. A very, very, very important faculty meeting. I'll be right back. Alright, I have returned. I don't know how many of you in the chat have cats, but I've had this problem with a kitten that we've adopted recently, where every time I open the fridge, this kitten will just, without fail, run to be inside the bottom cubby of the fridge. Like, he wants to be cold. He wants to be refrigerated. I don't understand it. It's almost endearing if it wasn't obnoxious that I'm trying to get something from the fridge. Like, it's so cute. But also, I just want to get my beer and be done with it. I don't want to have to yank you out of the fridge. This cat wants to be chilled. He's trying to steal the turkey. There's not even, like, food in where he's, like, hiding. I think he just wants to be in an icebox. And then, like, every time I close the door, there's, like, a ribbon at the bottom of the handle that every time the door gets closed, he just starts going ham on the ribbon. Anyway, yeah, if I'm not gonna die on the first stage, I'm definitely gonna die if the Ancient Wisp spawns. That boss spawns 4 enemies that are all really strong, and if you have the audacity to be on the same level ground with them when they spawn, they will just look at you and diagnose you with death. But I have picked up a beer, and if it wasn't for the fact that this is a very local beer, crafted in a specific area of the world, I would say what it is, because the name is very funny. But it does say where it's brewed, and while I'm not really, like, secretive about where I live, this is just, like... Actually, no, this isn't even close to me. This is, like, over an hour's drive away. This beer is called The Perp. It is a grape-flavored beer. It tastes like grape soda. And it's just called The Perp. Like, P-U-R-P, The Perp. It's delicious, though. Cheers. Oh. Beer hits way different than sake. What are we? I think we're, I think I'm 3-5 right now. We gotta win these next 2. I gotta be 5-5 when this wraps up. Okay. So again, we are on the worst of the 2 starting stages. We're in the Desolate Forest, which means this stage is huge. I'm gonna be drunk enough to dox myself. I don't think I will be. I can't even say that I'm tipsy or buzzed right now. I'm just, like, bloated from alcohol, if anything. I have drank enough for me to, like, be very resilient, I guess. Ah! Sorry for screaming, everyone. You know what? Maybe it is hitting me. We are 3-6 right now. Take a sip. See, it was actually just a ploy so that I don't spawn in the Desolate Forest and re-enter the Dried Lake, so I get a good run. That's really all this. You think you've seen that beer, or else it's possible. It might be like it's like been imported around, like that's always a possibility too. And that like it is brewed locally, but also, you know, they just like, I mean like, beer always gets imported all around. Hello, Mr. Colossus, you are my favorite boss. Except when you get close to me, then you're not my favorite boss. Excuse me, I don't want to stand this close to you, that's kind of uncomfortable. Thank you for the laser turbine, your donation is appreciated. Oh, sorry for the burping. I don't know how many people are bothered by it, but Spirit, scary. Oh, panic. You know, I'm kind of good at video games. And we get our glowing amethyst, so like, the run couldn't be going any smoother. Like, once you see that, you know you're in the clear. Once you see the speed item, the go fast item, it's like, what else do you need in life? And we got the fireworks, so it's... I picked the wrong item. Sometimes, the mistakes we make could be a lot better. Please, God, I am so sorry for whatever I did to mess up. Whatever choices I made that made me misclick onto the taser, I am so sorry. I did not mean for this to happen. Please do not do this to me. Fireworks, please. I don't have the money? This game is a struggle when you do not have money. It's actually the struggle. But we have money for this chest. White chest. How did I overshoot that? I didn't even feel myself double tap. Alright, give me that. Give me that. Give me that fresh John. Where's the other enemy? Where could he be? Oh, he's all the way over to the right side. He's hiding from me. This is unfortunate. This is quite unpleasant. I'm going to just point blank you right here. I don't really need anything else. As long as I have the glowing amethyst, everything else just can be icing on the cake. That walk of shame that orb of money is doing to me. Where am I? There we go. So we're in the deep caverns, which again, there's a split of 2 worlds for each map, and deep caverns is the worst of the second stages. Sky Meadows, as you've seen a couple of times already, is very horizontal, but this stage is very vertical. There's a lot that you have to like go around to find. Thankfully, the platform was on our horizontal level. If the Ancient Wisp spawns, I will cry. Magma Worm? Ah! Ah! Good lord. It's like the game's out to kill me. It's like the game doesn't want me to win. Ah! Whoa! Where are these things spawning from? There we go. And these guys can't reach me from here. Haha, you can't reach me, idiot, dummy, stupid. I'm safe. I'm untouchable. I'm unkillable. I am the master. And give me this piggy bank right now. And then we can get our green chests, our extra jumps from this. I have, actually fireworks is fine, I guess. White chest is fine. And we have a lot of money, so we're gonna spend the extra 40 seconds just praying to the Lord that we get something usable here. I can't reach that chest, I am so sad. This is a not having double jump moment. But here, this should be good. There we go. Our first double jump. And our extra height. This should be enough. We have 15 seconds left. I'm going to adjust my zoom here. This is an optimal. This is a pretty good time to do so. And then hopefully the rockets hit everyone else. What the hell? I mean, I'll take it, but what? And we can leave. And you can see, it's a lot faster when we're closer to the screen. And another reason why we play online that I don't think I mentioned recently is that in local, you cannot move while paused. But as you've seen me do in all these attempts, when you're playing online, you are completely free to move because, you know, if you're playing online and one person pressed the pause button, that would not be fun. So they restricted the block on movement in online mode, which is a pretty neat like exploit that speedrunners will use when they're playing just on their own. Even if they're not playing online with friends, they're gaming. We're playing online for the crowd. I need more hoopoo feathers. Hello, Mr. Colossus, please give me a green chest. Boom. There we go, green chest. And we're gonna get the jetpack for extra jump height, and then we just need 2 more feathers. And we're already, as the kids say, a shmoovin'. I got the nice shmoovin'. And so we just have to burn, what is it, 27 seconds? We don't have many chests here, so I'm gonna just jump around. We have 60 seconds to explore every other chest in this map, which, actually I don't think many chests spawn, so we'll just find what we can get. We'll take what we can get. The chests should kill everyone off just by opening them. Yeah, there's a chest on the top left and then also a shrine. So hopefully paying tribute will kill everything. I don't need that. Captain's key. I think we might be fast enough. What the hell is this? Okay. So we're gonna get 1 more speed boost. I think we're fast enough to meet Providence. So we're just gonna take the Captain's key and be on our merry little way. We still have 15 seconds. That should be good enough. Audio, video, we're gonna zoom in and open that last capsule. And this should help us clear. Zoom, 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 zoom. 88 seconds. Please God, I hope everything is dead. There we go. And we can just be on our merry little way. Easy. And this is, again, the best 4th map, because the other 4th map is the Magma Cave, which also is very small, but this one is just more horizontal. So we don't have to, like, really hope that we, like, scroll up and down to find the teleporter. We can just go there. Easy. Because we're so zoomed out, we can see most of the map. And there's this one flying lumber. Ah! Why do you spawn right next to me? You horrifying, horrifying little man. There we go. We just need one more green chest, and then we're set to beat the game again. Wait. Get out of here. Get out of here. I won't push you out of the way. Alright, so we're pretty good for now. Oh, Jesus! Thankfully that didn't kill me because I am epic and cool and very strong. We're just gonna kill a couple of these parents. That's not like a weird nickname. Those things are literally called parents. And we just have to wait for another 36 seconds. I have to like move my hands off the keyboard in order to do this, which results in me almost dying. Terrifying prospect. But you know, as long as you have gamer skills, there is nothing to worry about. And you know, as long as you stay in this location, and maybe if you just fire a few shots. Okay, it doesn't look like the missiles fire unless you actually hit things, but since I hit stuff, it looks like all the off-screen enemies have died. And when off-screen enemies are dead, this means I can just simply press the A button here, and we are on the second to last level. Simple. So let's just get body blocked by a platform. Platforms are hard. Alright, nothing spawned here, so I'm just gonna keep on going to the right. This stage, much like the last stage, it doesn't have any variants. So what you see is what you get. You just gotta find the teleporter, which is right here. And who's gonna spawn? Who's gonna tell me that I can't go to Providence? Oh, why did you spawn on what I was gonna look at? Anyways, you can see his health bar is melting very quickly. And we can get another missile. We have everything that we need. Oh god, wait, I was a fool! I needed another green chest! I need another feather. There we go. A slight mishap, but it's been remedied by the fact that I'm an absolute genius and have contingency plans for everything. We're gonna swap this because, you know, an extra speed boost never hurt anyone. And we're just gonna reswap again. And you know what? I can open this gold chest with the captain's key, and I'll still have extra time left over. So give me that red chest, and give me, what is it, Shattering Justice? This will probably kill Providence marginally faster. Oh my god, wait. It takes a lot longer than I thought it would. I don't think it'll be up by the time I have to do Phase 3 Providence. Why am I like this? It's okay. If I just mess up the skip enough, then I won't have to worry about it. That's it. Just mess up the speedrun intentionally. I have another minute to wait. I think this should be fine. I think phases 1 and 2 take that long that I'll have this finished by about 11 minutes in. And there we go. It was a cinch. It was easy. Oh, we ended up in the top floor. So the only other time I ended up on the top floor was the first run. Normally we'd be able to go out and to the left here, but the top floor is the only floor where we cannot skip the entire first part of the stage. So we have to be forced into a 30-second waiting sequence, which is whatever, you know. I already have to wait 18 more seconds for the captain's key anyway. This was all planned. I am a strategic mastermind. Nothing is going wrong here. We're good. We're just moving, and we have to wait for this door to open. Yeah, there we go. And as you remember, we just walk across the entire top of the stage and skip every single challenge this game has to offer. And if we jump correctly, we just, you know, are here. Because the game teleported us onto an invisible ladder, which leads us right into the boss room. So let's just go beat up Providence, beat him the hell up. As long as he doesn't hit us, we don't die. You know, it's like the old saying goes, people die when they are killed. But if I never get killed, then I won't die. Alright. Oh, I messed up! I messed up! I need to mash hella hard now, because I accidentally wasted my laser turbine. Whoa! Whoa! This is the worst thing that could happen. This is absolutely the worst thing that could have happened. Taskete! Taskete! Ah! Okay, we made it out. And now we press the G key to activate the captain's key. which opens every chest, which also causes every chest to launch out fireworks. So Providence just explodes. And we finish in 12:24, which is about, I think, 8 seconds faster than the last completed run. I think we got time for one more. You know, we're 4 to 6 on runs. We can do one more run. I think that'll be a good call to the stream. I think I've drank enough. So we're gonna go for one more. I want to get 5 completed runs here. I think, you know, then I'm confident, you know, that if I ever do anything where I like want to like speedrun through a bunch of games at once, I could say Risk of Rain. Yeah, I beat that. All things in moderation. Even exactly. Every time I see that, I always think of the Temperance card in the tarot, because that's what that card is like supposed to be about, you know. Even moderation has to be in moderation. Sometimes you gotta let loose. Sometimes you gotta be reserved. And even moderation, you know, you gotta keep in check. So let's go. One more completed run. It's a little bit of a short stream, but you know, the game itself is short. I can only go through it so many times. You know what? We'll do one last. Yeah, we'll do one last one. And let's go. Let's do this. I can't move. Retake, retake, retake. Why can I not move? There we go. Now we can move. And let's beat this game one last time. Let's send this off. Watch me die like 3 times in a row. I feel like that's just what's gonna happen. Sorry. And this is a big problem with Desolate Forest. There's so many like extra like hallways that lead to dead ends that just... Yeah, the teleporter's just not there. Alright, let's kill these imps. Maybe we'll get a good chest. We get fireworks. Fireworks is a really nice first item to get because there's, in the first level especially, there's just so many like empty banks that don't cost money to activate. So it really does a good job of clearing all the enemies that you didn't want to kill on your own. For example, we're gonna take the time to detour up here. Pop, pop, and invisible. And then, if I open this, because glass just hits like a truck, just throw an entire smash pane of glass at them, we get a bunch of kills. Actually, I don't think I got one kill out of that. Never mind. Don't listen to me! But we can see the teleporter here, and we can see a question mark, which means that that's going to be a command chest. There are a lot of choosable item stands here, so that's pretty cool. Alright, buddy. Who is it? Magma Worm? Goodbye, buddy. Alright. Let me stand here, and let me not get hit. Ah! That's scary! Wah! That's not where you're supposed to spawn. Ah! Whoa, 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 whoa! What is happening here? Okay, we got the kill. We got the kill, and that's all that matters. Let me get my laser turbine so I don't die. Yeah! And let me get my syringe. And we're safe. And we're gonna pull these open. These question marks. And we get our glowing amethyst. And we get a regular item. Pretty nice. We can be speed, and we can have syringes. 2 pretty good things to have. Wow. Alright. And now we just have to wait. It is simply the waiting game for 30 seconds. I'm not going to go through the rest of Desolate Forest because there's just... The world's so big, it wouldn't be worth it to just explore and travel around. So let's just wipe these guys out. Wow. And now we just have to wait for 10 more seconds. You know, sometimes it's good to take a meditative state, you know? Sometimes I get to work, and I'm like super tired, and they have us go to these like meetings where, you know, they have us like do yoga for some reason. And man, the deep breathing they make us do on the Zoom yoga really hits different. Sometimes it just completely wakes me up for some reason. It doesn't make sense to me, but like, just closing your eyes and doing deep breathing, it just hits different. And it just wakes me up. And then they make me do Zoom yoga while my camera's on, and then that's just kind of embarrassing. Chotto hazukashi. I'm gonna make these enemies real embarrassed real quick. Trying to make a fool of me? Nah, we're gonna kill them. And essentially we just gotta find the teleporter, which does not seem to be anywhere nearby because this map is absolutely the worst. I just wish I was in Sky Meadow. But you know what? The teleporter can't be too far. We've already explored probably about half the map at this point. We just gotta go to the bottom left and bottom middle. Hopefully we find our teleporter there. Otherwise, this is a super scuffed run. Let's take another one of these, just because we have the money for it, you know? You ever just go to a store and think, you know what? I have the money. I can indulge myself a little bit. I can get a little bit of... I can order the extra boba instead of just a regular boba. Extra tapioca. You know, it hits different when you have that much tapioca in your drink. God, please do not look at me. Do not perceive me. Do not look at me. Do not know that I exist. Oh, that is the worst spot you can spawn in. Wait, this is actually fine. Goodbye, goodbye. You did not see me. You were not aware of me. Aye! There we go. I am alive, and that's all that matters. Because my name is Elliot Ambers, I am immune to death. There's no way that I could ever lose any sort of encounter with the alien life forms. I'm just that powerful. I'm just that, as the kids say, goated. Let's open up some more of these. This is another one of these. So I'm not going fast enough. I haven't been using my speed as much. So let's take this extra 30 seconds to build up more speed. Not enough speed to go to a parallel universe, but maybe good enough to go fast. I also do not have any green chests. How have I beaten this many how have I gone to the end of World 2 and not gotten a single green chest? This is like good bad luck. Whoa, that's another chest. Alright, buddy. Alright. We'll go fast, but without any sort of vertical momentum. I'm sure the next few worlds will have a plethora of green chests for me to encounter. And we have the teleport right there. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we're gonna pop this. You know, fuck you in particular. And then just pop one of these, pop one of these. The Wandering Vagrant can go die in a fire. Look at those fireworks, just make quick work of them. And the chest just has the graciousness to spawn right next to me. I don't really need the money that badly to get the piggy banks, so we're just gonna hope that we just get more of these. Nope, we're unlucky. Never lucky. But we're safe because, you know, fireworks are super powerful and just kind of protect you while you just stand still and do nothing. Change the resolution. You're super safe. What, are they gonna hit you? Nice try, dummy. So this is a very strange run. I need at least 2 more green chests, because otherwise I won't be able to do the skip that I want to. But we have so many strong items. I have, like, the Behemoth, I have 2 giant rockets. So even if we can't insta-kill Providence, we'll still be able to at least, like, blow him up at a relatively fast speed, just because these missiles do big boy damage. 70 seconds left. And we have enough for 1 more of these. We got another white, which is fine, you know. Increased attack speed is nice, especially in glass, because most things will just explode pretty quickly. But man, I just want the items that I'm supposed to get, you know? The items that I'm owed. And this should kill everything, and we can just teleport. We still have 2 more levels to get items here. So hopefully, we have some good luck. And we're finding these teleporters pretty quickly. We still have the height to double jump. Goodbye, Toxic Beast. That's what they call me when I play League of Legends. Actually, that's what I call my friends when they play League of Legends. I don't play League of Legends because I'm not toxic. You know? Alright. And we need the jetpack. The jetpack jump height is super crucial. Because, you know, 4 jumps is pretty good, but 4 jumps with increased height? That's even better. Oh god. Let's just pop one of these. Oh, cool. That's what we need for Captain's Key. Put a explorer's key, I should say. And then maybe if I open one of these, the fireworks should reach the enemies in the back. Because those pesky, like, enemies that are hiding in the corners of the map, those are actually the worst. Because, like, yeah, you can kill these really fast, but, like, if they're not in range, how are you supposed to reach them? Alright, give me my money. God, do I really have to reach over here and just slam you in the head? Ah! Alright, we're good, we're good. Let me zoom in, because that'll make things a little easier. We still have 20 seconds. There's not many chests in this world, I've noticed, so hopefully the next world will have what I need. Goodness. I do not need an orange chest. I have the captain's key already. Maybe the next roll is what I need. Alright, never mind. That is just unfortunate, but hopefully, the Temple of the Elders gives us what we need. Because there's a lot of big chests here. So I will not hesitate to go back to them if I need to get those last pieces of jumps. I need 2 more feathers, and then we can guaranteed beat the game. Or guaranteed do the exploits that we need to do. Now, where's the boss? Oh, you? Mr. Imp Overlord? More like Wimp Overlord. You just exploded immediately. Looking like a little wimp, little small guy, little weak man. He looks like he doesn't even do chest day. He looks like he skipped leg day. Oh my god, why am I getting none of the items that I need? This is somewhat unfortunate. Green chest? No green chest. This is... And that gold chest is not going to give me what I need. Wow. I am unlucky. I might have to do this the honest way. I do not see a single chest that is guaranteed to give me a green item. I am literally cursed to only have white items. White or red. Because the gold chests are guaranteed to give you a red item. And while red items are strong, they're not what I need. I need the ability to double jump. This is not great. This is unfortunate, as they would say. But you know what? I guess it's fitting for the last run here to just be a showcase of how you're supposed to normally go through the world. Though, I'm not sure if I might have enough movement speed to at the very least just jump through normally. We'll try it out. We'll test it out. We got a goat hoof for extra speed as well. And I don't think there's any other chests left for me to open. Godspeed. So if I fail, I might have to just open green chests. Oh, we spawned top spawn anyway, so we're gonna have to wait 30 seconds. Hopefully that chest on the right is a chest that gives me a green item. I think with at least with 3 jumps, I should be able to do the skip. You don't need all 4 jumps to do the Providence skip, but it helps. Mostly the 3 jumps are so that you can skip the bottom corner of the map, like over down here, to make this jump up to here. And I have the freedom to move my mouse like that because none of these enemies are a threat. Alright, give me that money. I still need 94 gold. I hate this game so much. Yeah, this is guaranteed to be at least a green chest, if not a red chest. And if it's a red chest, I will cry. That is not a promise. That is not a threat. That's a promise. 377, green chest. None of these items are mobility items. What am I supposed to do here? It's like this game is just intentionally trolling me. There we go. We have successfully gotten enough feathers to finish the game. 2 feathers should be enough to at least make the Providence skip. Let's just dash over here. And then 1, 2. And this is what happens when you don't have enough jumps. You have to go through here. And then there's no way out unless you have a key, which we don't have a key, so we have to fall again. This is quite possibly the worst case scenario. Excuse me. Let me just take some of this gold here. I do want to open that chest that's down here in the corner. Maybe it'll be green, and maybe I will be free from this. There we go. We now have enough feathers. But this is what happens when you mess up the skip. You're stuck here, and you have to do a 30-second wait of shame, which, if compounded with the fact that you get top spawn, it's just a really bad time. You do not get anything out of this. You probably, like, lose a world record by at least, like, 300 spots. We are currently 13 minutes in, almost 14 minutes. By the time this wait is over, it'll be 14 minutes. Hello, sir. Please do not breathe fire on me. And we'll just blow these guys up. And let's just go to the right here. And so you essentially just have to do this really bad climb of shame, where, you know, you just have to climb up a ladder in order to attempt to do that run again. But once we get that run, this time I'm going to do it a little safer. I'm going to try to get the, if you're above it, you spawn back on top of the ship, but if you're below the right spot, you end up spawning, like, completely off. Yeah, so I was too high there, so we ended up spawning on top. But sometimes you'll spawn below. You sort of want to be, like, aligned. Oh god! You also don't want to press jump too many times, or else you end up back here. Very unfortunate. And sometimes I've, like, done runs that have, like, that could have been, like, personal best, where I, like, beat this game in, like, 10 minutes. And then I end up, like, messing up this jump at the end. You know, don't you guys love speedruns where the hardest tech is right at the end of the game? You know, you just spend those 10, 11 minutes, and then you just, as they say, you beef it at the end. So let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. I jumped again. And the thing is, if you jump at the end there, you cannot re-grab the ladder. You're just stuck. So this is the plight of someone trying to speedrun Risk of Rain. You have to be confident that you'll land in the right spot. Otherwise, you do the climb of shame. We'll try that one more time. Hopefully. Hopefully it's just one more time. Alright, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And let's do that boss fight. Let's clear this out. And it'll be a good close to the stream. Pop, 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 pop. Ah! Scary, scary, scary. Please do not hit me, sir. Oh no! So if you get hit by the fire there, you're kind of stuck in place. And you know what? I think we can call it there. Thank you guys all for coming. We got 4 wins, we got 7 losses, but we got wins. We got wins. We got a 12-minute run. So I think we're gonna look for someone to raid now. Thank you guys all for coming, though. I appreciate you guys stopping by. It was fun to, like, talk with you guys about this and see your guys' reactions to the stream. And see, like, the reactions to, like, how the glitches work. It's always fun to, like, show that kind of stuff off to, like, people who haven't seen it before. So let's see who's online. Let's see who we can pay a visit to. Yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. Alright, so this is going to be very roundabout. But a very good friend of mine, Bodegarette, is going to be doing her first ever karaoke stream. And that's going to be probably in less than a few hours. But she's currently in a collab with another good friend of mine, Golden Kenji, and they're doing a reading of Chainsaw Man. So we're going to pay him a visit, and then we're going to go and listen to some karaoke. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream, and I'll see you guys all next time. I'll be streaming some Japanese lessons tomorrow. So as always, class is dismissed.